All right, I did find a schematic. Amazing. It has everything except for the display in the front, which is just going to be a... They probably just bought that from somebody. I don't know. It's just voltage and current, just 2 voltmeters. So it has a whole bunch of test points. So we're going to go through all the test points here. There's a display power. So the front panel has its own floating supply. The op amps and stuff, the plus and minus 12, has its own floating supply and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The pass transistors are FETs, which is interesting. They're not bipolar. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I'll insert a picture here so you can see it better. But yeah, it's very, very straightforward. It has a voltage error amplifier, current error amplifier, and a reference. So those are the 3 main building blocks that I've showed before. So yeah, let's go through all the test points here and see if it measures what it's supposed to measure. All right, let's turn my voltmeter on. We'll turn the power on. I'm looking at the 5-volt supply for the front panel, test points 9 and 10, and that's measuring fine. That's a floating ground, so we need to go to the new ground. And the new ground is test point 6. So test point 6 is over here. And test point 1 should be 12 volts. Where's test point 1? Yeah, I still smell that fish. It must be a bad capacitor somewhere. You know, those reef caps can do that. I don't see a reef cap in here. Maybe it's hidden somewhere. Number one. Here's test point 1. What should I say it should be? It should be plus 12. Very nice. All right, test point. Is it a 6 or an 8? I think it's a... it's an 8. Test point 8 should be minus 12. Test point 8. Test point 3, 1. Test point. Oh, shoot. These are hard to find. Test point 8 over there. Minus 15. That's a little large. It's supposed to be minus 12. It's being generated by U6. And U6 is a 7912. So I'd say that one's dead or sick. So I'm going to replace that one. All right, let's keep going here. Test point 5 should be 5 volts. Test point 5, here it is, test point 5. 6.8, well, that's not right. That looks like a Zener reference. That looks like a Zener reference. Where is it used? Where is it used? Plus 5. Looks like it's used to set a reference voltage on the current control. And it's not a Zener diode. It's marked with a U number. U3. U3 is there. It's a 3-legged part. Is that a 75L5? Okay, so he might be a suspect as well. I'll circle him. He might be dead. And what else do we got? Test point 2 is test point 4. All right, so now we have to go to a different ground. This is the output ground. Test point 4 is the output ground. Test point 5 is the unfiltered, well, not unfiltered, but filtered but unregulated input voltage, TP2. TP2, there's TP3, TP1. Where's test point 2? Test point 2. Let's see, it comes in here, goes, so it should be right next to this guy here. It's got Celastic on him. R1, yeah. I know that's it there. Anyway, 26 volts is the unregulated. Let's look at AC volts. See if there's any ripple on it. No. Looks fine. And then the output is test point 3. The output is 3, and if I change the voltage knob, I can get it to change. I can make it go up to 4 volts. That's not very healthy. And yeah, this isn't right. Something's not right. Yeah, it's not working right. Test point 3. Yeah, that's the output. All right. Well, we got a couple things we can take a look at. Figure out where the dead fish is. All right, I took out that 7912 and put one of my own in there. And you can measure, it's measuring minus 12.3, so I'm much happier with that. You know, I used to think that these things never died, and I've had to change a couple recently, and so, yeah, I'm taking second thoughts about these 3-terminal regulators dying. I guess they get abused, they get hot and stuff. I'm not sure how hard this circuit is on it, but that seems to be working fine. I'm still really curious about that 5-volt thing, so I'm going to have to fix that. So I'll put a couple pictures in here because where this 7912 was, there was blackness on its leads and blackness on both sides of the PC board. And, you know, when I see things like that, and there seems to be some dark traces and stuff, I think, oh, there must be some capacitors leaking. But I look all over the board and I can't find any capacitors that are leaking. So, I mean, that fish smell must be a capacitor, right? I just can't find it yet, so maybe I'll find it. Okay, so I don't know if you can read this. The camera's probably not going to pick it up very good. But there's a Zener diode, what looks like a Zener diode. It's marked U3, though. And there's a 1K resistor to it, so it's acting like a Zener. And it comes out and it says 5 volts. And I measure minus 6 point... Oh, I have my leads backwards. Anyway, it's 6.8, it's positive 6.8 volts, okay? Which is not 5 volts. I'm thinking, okay, there must be something wrong. So then I look at the part number, and it is an LM129. Okay, that's what's in there, a 329, one of the two. Anyway, it's a 6.9 volt reference. So the schematic is wrong. It's supposed to be ideally 6.95 volts, so 6.85. Yeah, close enough. But anyway, so it's solid. It's not moving around. The schematic's wrong. So there you go. Never trust what you read.